with further Typhoon FGR-4s operating from both RAF Coningsby and from RAF Akrotiri in Cyprus, patrolling NATO airspace over Poland and Romania, supported by the RAF Wroughton-based Airbus Voyager tanker transports. Well now,
so I confess if you're stuck on a little island somewhere or bouncing about, what colour the aircraft where it's capable. So this was sort of almost a late replacement in the programme, seeking static. I'm really delighted
from the fleet's founder, Andrew Whitehouse, earlier on, this remarkable collection of British rotorcraft representing all three services, and this currently the only flying Wessex in civilian hands in the world.
Okay, so the top of the deck, it didn't hit the hull, but went straight through the hangar, where the Wessex was temporarily resting.
Yes, both some older HAS3s like that, and HU5s like this one, this variant, twin-engine variant, that was developed for the Royal Marines Commando support role, served in the Falklands, deploying special forces, members of the SAS and the SBS, the Special Boat Service, moving men and material around the South Atlantic theatre, but it did indeed come at a cost. 9 Wessex were lost there, 6 of them in the sinking of the Atlantic conveyor that we were talking about at the start of the programme in relation to the Chinook.
And the incredible feat of airmanship during the retaking of South Georgia, loss of 2 Wessex there in atrocious weather conditions. It's worth researching online or reading some of the books on the subject. It's an incredible story. Wessex trying to extract,
especially S-55 as the Whirlwind, used prior to the Wessex as the RAF main air-sea rescue helicopter. The S-58 was shipped to the UK. It was re-engined with a British power plant, a single Napier Gazelle, and it first took to the air in May 1957. The following June in 1958, the first Westland-built Wessex.
And of course, in addition to supporting our search and rescue theme
platform, came into service in 1961. It was the first anti-submarine helicopter for the Navy to have been designed as such from the outset, and also the first for that role with gas turbine power. So it really was a huge advance on everything that had gone before, far more capable at night and in bad weather. It really did give the Royal Navy a great deal of what it needed for that role for many, many years. The RAF took it on as well as the Wessex HC2 with twin coupled Rolls-Royce gnome engines, and that's the configuration we see on this one.
And in fact, that's one of the main design considerations for the sort of champions of the aircraft.
Yes.
Is the position of the engines. The aircraft kind of has a mouth,
yes,
the nose, and that actually opens up, and that's the front end of the engines. The engines are actually angled upwards at 45 degrees. The pilots or the aircrew basically sit astride them, and then the crankshaft and the gearbox is behind and above. It's amazing to think the engines are basically positioned at an angle of 45 degrees in this aircraft.
Doesn't it look absolutely beautiful? It really is a stunner, this aircraft, which dates from 1966. It served with the Royal Navy Commando Helicopter Force, the so-called Jungly Force, out in the Far East. It was transferred to the search and rescue role with 771 Naval Air Squadron at Culdrose in Cornwall, but it then went back to commando tasks with 845 Squadron in the Falklands. It was flown out there in a short Belfast transport of Heavylift Cargo Airlines in May 1982, so 40 years ago last month, and it returned aboard the Royal Fleet auxiliary ship RFA Oliver in November 1983. So this airframe is a Falklands veteran.